Hi guys, hope you're well and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited to be sharing with you an assumptions about me video. So I asked you guys over on my Instagram, and I will leave my handles here on the screen for you, but I asked you guys what your assumptions were of me and my life and things like that, and I said to you, you can ask me whatever you want. And so I asked this, actually it was months ago I asked this now, and I got so many responses at the time, and then I've just put out another poll as well asking you guys to kind of ask me anything else that you may want to know or any other assumptions you may have of me. So I'm going to combine all of those into one video and answer them all for you guys now. If you guys are new around here, then my name is Ellis and I do a lot of lifestyle, self-care, motivation, finance, as well as cleaning and interior videos and lots of other stuff. So if you like that kind of thing, I would love for you to check out the rest of my videos and subscribe to my channel if you are new. But I'm going to jump straight in now and start sharing the assumptions that you have about me and how true or not true they are. Okay, so a lot of the assumptions I had were kind of very similar, a lot of them, and some of them were a little bit different and stuff like that. So I'm just going to work my way through them and share them with you guys. So one of the first assumptions that I had was, you're the sweetest mama doing her very best to build a beautiful life for her family. So thank you for that, that's so lovely. Yeah, I am working full slog at the moment to do the very best by the boys and give them the best possible life as possible. I want them to have everything they could dream of without being spoilt brats. But I really kind of am working hard to make sure we can have a really nice lifestyle and a really nice life and things like that. So this is quite an interesting assumption. Somebody's put that you're quite well to do and don't want for anything. Now, that is so wrong on so many levels, and I had quite a few of these. Like the next one was you come from a wealthy family. So I'm not well-to-do whatsoever. My family, I would say, is just kind of your average working middle-class family. We haven't got any money in terms of, we haven't come from wealth. No one owns any big estates or any companies or anything like that. My dad is the only one that works in terms of out of my mum and my dad. My dad was always the one that kind of brought in the money, and at points he did 2 jobs when I was growing up just so we could kind of have a house to live in and stuff like that. Likewise, none of my family have it, and it's the same with Adam's. Adam's parents are, again, working class like people. They don't have any companies or families or anything like that that have wealth. I guess that the one thing is that both my parents, both of their families, like their parents, both had council houses, but they both came from like council upbringings, with again their parents being working class people. So none of them have come from money, but the one difference is both our parents were the first people in their line of generations to actually buy houses. Again, that doesn't mean much because obviously a lot of people buy houses now. I think they kind of hit the market at the right time to be able to buy. But yeah, we don't come from any money whatsoever. Me and Adam have literally worked our backsides off over the years. We have had a property that we've sold and we made a bit of money in, but that is kind of the extent of it. All of the rest, like, we do live, and like, believe it or not, some people think that I have really lovely things in my home and stuff like that, which I do, and I'm very, very blessed for what I do have. But at the same time, we very rarely go out, we very rarely party, we don't smoke, we don't drink, so we don't really have outgoings on that side of things. We might spend our money on a takeaway and things like that, but we also do like a lot of no-buy months, in which actually reminds me I'm going to be doing a no-buy March because there are a lot of things I want to save up for. So if you want to join along that with me, head on over to my Instagram page, and obviously we can keep each other motivated throughout the month of March. But yeah, we just work our asses off basically to be able to provide for our families, and everything in here, like, we do live in a way paycheck to paycheck. Like, one month I'll have a good month and Adam will have a bad month, and our money just always seems to pan out, and we never seem to have like a really, really good month where we've just got a ton of money. We've got no savings. Yeah, we're not wealthy. Obviously, we've saved up for the garden and things like that, but now our savings are gone. So, and they weren't very big savings anyway. So now we've got to save up to get our grass done and to get garden furniture and things like that, and for a holiday. So yeah, we're not wealthy. We're definitely not well-to-do at all. And I can't remember what the other point was on there. And I don't want for anything. And trust me, there is a lot of stuff that I could still want. And I've always had that mentality. There's always been stuff. This house would have been decorated the day we moved in if I had the money to do so. But I don't, and it's not that I don't want for anything, but I'm very content and happy with my life at the same time and what I do have, and I'm very grateful for what I have. But I'm just the same as you guys. I have to save up and I have to wait for things, and it doesn't just all come at once, and that's life. So yeah. Okay, so the next one is not an assumption because I know how lovely you are, but you're very down to earth. Yeah, I think that is the one thing, thank you for that. But yeah, so I am very down to earth. The thing with me is I don't feel like you have to be rude to be down to earth, and I feel like I'm very blunt. For anyone that knows me, I'm a very blunt individual. I will tell you how it is. I don't really beat around the bush. I will not put on a happy face if I think that you've done something wrong or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm not rude about it either. And there's a very fine line between being rude and being down to earth and honest and blunt. And I'm just one of them people that, I mean, I can't be asked with negativity and arguments and all that. That's just not my vibe whatsoever. I steer away from any sort of controversy and stuff like that. Not because I'm kind of like playing it down the line or playing it safe or anything like that, but just because I can't be bothered with it. Like, I have so much better things to be doing with my life and my energy than worrying about that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, you always know where you stand with me if you're my friend. Or even you guys seeing me here. Like, I just can't, I'm just not one of the people that can deal and tolerate with fake people. Like, I've had some friends that are just like a bit wishy-washy, and then one minute they want to talk to you and the next minute they're not, and it's just not for me. A kind and loving perfectionist is the next assumption. Perfectionist, yes, 100% I'm a perfectionist, and I don't think it's ever anything that I've actually shared on here, but I have actually been diagnosed with OCD. So a perfectionist kind of runs from that sort of line of stuff. And that's kind of why I think a lot of you guys think my home is so tidy and clean and this, that and the other. And it kind of all spurs from OCD. And I always thought OCD was like the people that you see on the telly that were really, really extreme, but it's not at all. But yeah, I am a perfectionist. I like things done a certain way. I like things in a certain place and all things like that. Once you set your mind to something, you find a way to get it done. Yes, 100%. This is me all over. So I am very much a go-getter, a dreamer. And Adam always used to say to me, when we first started going out, Adam always said to me, are you ever going to be content and happy and settled with what you've got? Because I remember we lived in our first house and I was like, right, let's do this bedroom and let's do this up and let's do this up. And then I was like, okay, now we've done that, let's do the garden. And then I was like, okay, I want a new car. And then I was like, okay, I want a new job. And Adam was like, when are you ever just going to be content? And it's not that I'm not content with my life. Like, at the moment, I love what I've got, but there's always something more that I want. And I always feel like I can push us a little bit further. And I always have like goals and ambitions and dreams that I want to strive for and achieve. So it's not that I'm unhappy with what I've got, but 100% I'm a go-getter and I want to push myself. And I want to do well in life. Like, I was so career driven. I was so career focused before having the boys. And I'm back in that mentality and that road. Like, the boys have had 4 years of my life. Well, it'll almost be 5 years because I'd be falling pregnant next month, basically. But they've had such a long time of me not being able to be me, and now I'm ready to kind of give everything my all again and really work for where I want to be. So yeah, I am definitely a go-getter. Let's have a look. And I definitely once I set my mind to something, I'm on it. Right, the next one is a lovely genuine lady. Thank you so much. Genuine, fame hasn't got to your head, so down to earth and chat to us like a friend. Yeah, I mean, for me, I will always be as transparent and honest. Like I said, fame doesn't have to get to me because I'm not famous. I'm just like you guys, apart from I'm the weirdo that talks to a camera in an empty room. That is about it. Like, there's no difference between me and you. And I genuinely don't see it. And I genuinely try to reply to everybody. And if you ever want to get hold of me, always pop on over to my Instagram because I aim to reply to every single person who direct messages me on my Instagram. It may take me a day or two, sometimes a week or two, but I aim to respond to every single person. So if you ever don't get a response on here and it's something you're desperate to know, Mrs. E. Smith & Co. is generally the one that I'm on a day-to-day basis. Head on over there, and I'm over there on a daily basis with stories and all stuff like that. But yes, I don't think I'm famous, and yeah, I mean, just really don't. I've covered this before on my channel. I just think that I'm just like you guys and everyone is equal and we're just human beings. So yeah. A good and loving mum and wife who loves cleaning. I'd like to think I'm a loving and caring mum and wife. The boys seem happy with me and so does my husband. So, God, coming up to 9 years now with him. Yeah, I like to think that I'm loving, I'm caring, and that the boys love our time together and stuff like that. And then, yeah, loving cleaning. So I don't love cleaning, but I love a clean home and I love the process that living in a clean home. Like, at the moment, My living room's tidy, but the boys were playing with some toys this morning before they went to nursery, and they are causing me chaos. Like, I keep staring at them out of the corner of my eye, and they're driving me insane. And I was meant to tidy them up and put them away in a basket, and I completely forgot this morning. And I've been running around manic everywhere. Yeah, I don't love cleaning, but I love a clean home. And I love the process of getting to a clean home. But I do love decluttering. I love decluttering, actually. My assumption is that you are a bloody good mum and a kind-hearted, caring person. Thank you. Yeah, I think I've kind of covered that. I like to try and be the best mum that I can possibly be. So another one's just said genuine, and again, I've kind of covered that. A lovely family person, warm and honest. Yeah, always honest with you guys. Always want to be transparent in everything I do, whether that's my home life, any adverts that I'm putting out, whatever it is. I will never do work if I don't believe in it. The amount of work that I turn down is just ridiculous. And a family person, me and Adam are both very much family people. We're both obsessed with our families. We love spending family time, and we'll choose that over anything. Like, family is our everything, and we only do what we do for our families, if that makes sense. So yeah, 100%. Inspirational, you really motivate me and have a beautiful home since following you. Thank you, I guess. And inspirational, that's really lovely to hear. I don't know in terms of, it's weird because I have people message me, I've had lots of people message me telling me that they suffer with cancer or depression or anxiety, or that they've lost family members. And for me, I feel honoured to be that person that they can lean to and that person that they can talk to. And I always want to be that person that's like that lending ear as such, and just here, because a lot of people don't have support around them to talk to other people. They may feel too afraid to tell a family member how they're really feeling and be judged, and I'm just here to kind of be neutral, if that makes sense, and just to be kind-hearted and obviously just hopefully help somebody who is in a position like that, because it's so sad to think there are so many people out there that are alone, and I would never want somebody to be alone out there. So I do everything that I possibly can to just try and make people happy, I guess, even on, well, I probably don't when I'm like moaning about being stressed about the boys, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I try and inspire people. I guess the cleaning really helps inspire people to have a clean home, and that can help a lot of people with like anxiety and depression and stuff like that. I guess at the moment I'm really on like a self-care level. The law of attraction is just humongous in my life and has been for the past year. I'm actually reading a lot of audiobooks at the moment that are self-care and self-motivational help books. So I'm really kind of going down that this year because I want to make myself feel better, and in turn I'm hoping to be sharing all of my tips and tricks and stuff like that with you guys this year as well, from financing and saving, just everything. So yeah, fab mum, organised, likes things your very own way, very particular. Yeah, very organised. I like everything my own way. I'm very particular. I couldn't imagine having Adam run this house. Like, I just keep looking around me at how tidy it is, because today's the day where both the boys are at nursery, so I'm filming, and the house is just so tidy and quiet, and no one's here to make a mess other than me, which means it won't be messy. And if I lived on my own, I would honestly have the tidiest house in the world. But yeah, I love living in a tidy home. I love everything being put back in its place, and kind of just everything being as it should be. And I like to be organised. I like to know what time dinner is. I like to have routines. I like to have stuff in certain places. Like, if someone puts something in the wrong place, it throws me off completely, and that probably is linked to my OCD as well. But yeah, wise for your age and you have fantastic taste, e.g. your Louis Vuitton tote bag. This one made me laugh. This one's so funny. Yeah, love my Louis Vuitton bag. I saved up for ages for that, and it was actually a gift from my husband as a birthday present, but it was a combined birthday Christmas present. But I only have like designer handbags. They're probably the only thing that I have, and jewellery. They're the only things that I have that are designer. I don't really have anything else, but I don't buy cheap handbags, so I feel like I could go out and buy £10 bags, which would be 100 quid, but I'd rather buy a £100 bag that's nicer and lasts longer, if that makes sense. And now I'm actually limited down to just £2 bags at the moment. So I only really use my Louis Vuitton one, or I use my Mulberry handbag, which I haven't used in ages because it gets ruined if water goes on it because of the leather. So I kind of avoid using that one at all anymore, but I really should start using it again. But what was the other part? I've gone off on a bag tangent, haven't I? Wise for your age. Yeah, everyone's always said that I'm wise beyond my years. Even since I was like 18, people thought that I was like 20 odd. And people now think I'm like in my 30s when I'm only 25. I'll be 26 in April. And I think it's because I've like got 2 children, and this is like the second house that we've owned. And I think people think that my life's quite put together. And I guess for someone of my age, like the home that I live in and the house that I have and the car that I drive, and I have 2 beautiful children and things like that. I think because I'm quite mind strong, headstrong, I know what I want. I think it kind of all kind of intertwines, is that the right word? I think it all intertwines basically. And yeah, I think people just assume that I'm older than I am, but like I said, I bought my first home at 19, so I'm been very on the ball since I was a lot younger. I think that's why people think I'm older than I am. Okay, you're no sheep, like to challenge yourself and be unique. Yes, yes, yes. I just can't be dealing with copying other people. Like, I actually wasn't going to post this video because I've seen so many other people do it, and I was like, ugh. And I don't like getting lost in amongst the same stuff. But then because I was going to do it months ago, because I had your assumptions, I was like, do you know what, to hell with it, I'm going to do it. But this is probably like the one and only video that I've done that everyone else is doing. But I don't really like to follow trends, if that makes sense. And I do like to stand out, and I think that's kind of why I'm kind of changing up my house now as well, because I've had a grey home for like 5-6 years and I love my home, but I'm trying to change it up a little bit now because everyone has a home like this now, and I feel like it's nothing different. And I love traditional features, which is why we've gone and got a chimney breast in, and we're making a lot of changes to our home this year that hopefully will make my home a little bit different from everybody else's. But yeah, I hate doing something that other people have done, and I would never, like, I hate copying and directly copying something. Like, if I'm gonna do something, at least I'll like take an idea and spin it on its head entirely and do it my own way. That's kind of how I feel. And then yeah, I love to challenge myself, I love to push myself. Like, I've got a challenge for how many subscribers, so basically I have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers by my birthday in April. So that was a goal that I set back in January, and I think I shared it over on my Instagram the other day. But that's my goal. I might not hit it, but I am striving to hit 100,000, and I will work my backside off to get there and have like an end of year goal. And I love to set myself challenges, and if I don't hit them, I won't be disappointed. But I feel like challenges push me and work me harder. So yeah, love to challenge myself, and I do that in all aspects of my life. A go-getter, when you put your mind to something, you make it happen. Yes, and I feel like this just kind of follows on from the law of attraction video, and if you haven't seen that video, I will link it below for you. But it's basically explaining how the law of attraction changed my life, and so many things that have happened to me since following the law of attraction. And little did I know that I was following the law of attraction even before I knew what it was. But yeah. Somebody's put, you wear the trousers in your marriage. Do you know what? I wouldn't actually say that I do wear the trousers in my marriage. I'm very opinionated. I'm not a pushover, for sure. I'm not one of these people that's like, yes husband, no husband. Like, I'm not old-fashioned in that sense at all. However, me and Adam both have a very mutual respect for each other. I would never disrespect him in any way, shape or form. I love him to pieces. Like, a lot of people, we have a joint bank account. We basically had a joint bank account since almost, I'd say since we like moved in with each other, or a little bit after we moved in with each other. And there has never, ever, ever been a question about whose money it is. Like, at one point I was earning more than Adam, other points he earns more than me. Now it's kind of each month can vary. And there has never been a toss-up between like, well, this is my money or that's your money. And neither of us would disrespect each other by going, okay, well, I'm blowing £500 of this money on myself. I mean, to be honest, we don't really have the opportunity anymore because we have kids, so all of our money goes on them in the house. But there's just never any question about it, and in all aspects we respect each other. So if I want to do something, generally I will go and do it. I know that generally Adam will agree, but I will always tell him what I'm doing. And if he turns around for whatever reason and says, no, actually I don't think that's a good idea, then I'll listen to his, like, what he's saying and the reasons why. And I mean, I almost always agree with him because he's very sensible and logical type of person. And if he were to say like no, then that would kind of be, it's not that he's kind of put the foot down on it and said like no, but I mean, at the same time, he wouldn't care if I went and got it done anyway. I don't know, like, it's really hard to explain how our relationship is. Like, we just both mutually respect each other. We know not to cross the line. We respect each other's opinions, what each other's got to say, and we don't push any boundaries or like, yeah, I don't know, it's really hard. I don't know, there are times that when Adam would be like, oh, don't go out shopping today, don't go and buy that. But then at the same time, I know he won't care. But I know, like, in his head, he's trying to rein me back just a tad. But yeah, I don't know. You always have your SHIT, in case children are listening, together, totally gel. No, no, no. No, I don't. I am a mess a lot of the time. I'm very organised in certain ways. Other times I can just be a mess. Like, Some days I'm tired, like I haven't filmed for weeks purely because I didn't know what content I wanted to put out for you guys. The house has been crazy, it's been half term, we've had building work, landscape, gardeners. Some days I can't be bothered to get ready and do all my hair and doll myself up for a camera. And sometimes I'm a big fat mess that before I know it, I've dropped the kids to school at 9 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock, I've got to pick them up, and I've had nothing done with my time. But in general, I'm generally a very on it, organised individual, but I don't always have my, you know that word, together, and I can be a massive mess, and there is at least a day or two a week where I am like that. So no, no, no. Somebody else has put, you never go on nights out, which is probably really true. The reason for this, we used to go out a lot more, but since we moved to Devon, we have no childcare. So me and Adam struggle to go out. The majority of my friends are based back down in London, Kent way, so I never really see them unless I'm staying up there. But even when I do go up there, we're going up there to visit family, so I very rarely, like one of my friends have been trying to meet up now, and the last time I saw her was when her daughter was born last July, and I speak to her on the phone weekly, sometimes multiple times a week, generally multiple times a week, and we message daily. But yeah, I just haven't managed to see her. And like Klayton's friends with her son, and it's just annoying more than anything. But yeah, we don't generally go on nights out because we have no one to look after our children. And I'm not one of these people, like I don't like babysitters that are random people or anything like that. I would never leave my children with random babysitters. Yeah, I think the last girls' night that I had out was with one of my friends who lives up here. And that was like this time last year. Actually, it's been over a year, and that was kind of the last night out that I had. But it doesn't necessarily bother me because I have lots of, I don't actually share a lot on Instagram, but I have a lot of days out with friends during the week that I just don't necessarily share. So yeah, I actually tried up to meet up with one of my friends this week, and I can't meet up with her because she was busy, and then I'm busy for the rest of the week. So yeah, but nights out don't necessarily bother me. I think I've gone past my clubbing days now. So I can't remember the last time I wore a pair of high heels. Since I've broken my foot, I don't think I've worn any. So probably like my wedding. We're 3 years married this year as well. That you love the colour grey was another one. Yes, I love the colour grey. You all know that I love the colour grey. It's actually one of my favourite colours, but yeah. You want more children in the future. Oh gosh, this is a really hard one. So I would love more children. However, I'm very content with my life at the moment, and I'm very happy with life. Weirdly enough, and I've said this to Adam, I said this to him yesterday and I said it to him again this morning, the last 2 nights I've dreamt that I was pregnant in my dreams. And at the moment that is the complete opposite of where I want to be. Like I couldn't imagine anything worse right now than falling pregnant, because I really just want to focus on me and the boys and my career, and like I feel like the boys need my attention. Me and Adam are just getting a bit of us back. Yeah, and right now I couldn't imagine anything worse than falling pregnant, and obviously if it happened then I would welcome it with open arms. But yeah, right now I don't want to be pregnant, and the last 2 nights I've dreamt about being pregnant. I said to Adam, this is really weird because both times in my dream I've been pregnant, and I actually googled what being pregnant in a dream means. Being pregnant in a dream, so it can either mean if you find yourself suddenly pregnant, an aspect of yourself or some aspect of your personal life is growing and developing, one that you may not ready to be take public yet, which is very true. And there was another one that I read, but it wasn't on my phone, I was on the computer. These dreams may symbolise the birth of new ideas and plans. Also, if you dream about giving birth, it can mean that the new phase in your life is about to begin. And we have so many new plans and things going on. Obviously, I'm in the process of trying to launch my business right now, and I'm hoping for a Mother's Day launch. Fingers crossed, but I'm working behind the scenes so hard on this right now. So I'm non-stop trying to make this work for you guys, and I think you're gonna love what I've come up with. And it's not like a new invention or anything like that, but I think you're gonna love it, and it's just completely and utterly me. I don't even know, what was his assumption? Completely lost my place with this. Oh, so we were at the kids, but yeah, so kind of come back off that, but that's what that dream can mean. But yeah, so I definitely do want more kids. I would love a third baby. However, right now I'm really settled, and I go from having days of yes, I want another baby, when the boys this morning were such sweethearts. Klayton got into my bed this morning and Adam had gone off to work. We were having cuddles, he was talking. Parker come down, he was just being the cutest, most adorable baby in the whole entire world, or toddler. And he was just lovely. And I said to Adam, I was on the phone to him and I was like, yeah, I can have another baby right now. But then, by the time they come home from school this evening, they'll be driving me nuts. They'll be driving me up the wall. And I'm like, no way, no more children. Yeah, I think we're just going to assess it and judge it. I definitely won't be having a baby this year, full stop, unless an accident happens. There's no plans to have a baby this year, potentially next year, potentially once Parker started nursery for like, and he gets his like 30 hours and I can put him into nursery a little bit more and I've got more time to focus on me if I were pregnant, because generally I'm quite ill. Maybe then not until Parker starts school, and then I sit there and think, oh, it'd be such a big age gap. But I would love another baby. In my head, I don't think I'm like set on with 2, but at the moment 2 is a handful. So I think we'll just have to assess it. You're super organised and got it all together. Again, no. Somebody else has put super supportive, thank you for being there, and very organised, you are goals. Honestly, this lady that commented this is absolutely lovely. She is adorable and I will always aim to be there for you, and I will aim to be there for anybody that I possibly can. Yeah, just, she knows who she is and she deserves everything that's coming for her, so yeah. That you don't really like your house and maybe where you live. That's a very interesting one and I was really shocked when I saw that. So I love my home, absolutely love it to pieces. However, it is not my final family home. So for me, I love the home that I'm in, but like I said, I've always got goals, ambitions, I'm always striving for more. So like there are always things that I could change. I think it's just in me. I love interiors, I love decoration. I've loved doing this since I was a little girl. Like I used to move my bedroom around multiple times a year. I'd move where my bed was, where my side table, where like pictures were and things like that. I've just been that person that just loves change. I always used to move sofas around in my old house and like move where they were positioned, to move the TV around so that it would give like a new spin to the room. Like I've just been one of those people that loves doing stuff. So I do love my house, but I could, like, it's in my head, I know what my final family home looks like and I'm striving towards that and I'm working towards it. So for me, this is just a house on my journey to my final home. So it's not that I hate it, and I'm very appreciative of what I've got, but I can still fault it quite a bit, if that makes any sense, because it's not the perfect dream house. And maybe where you live. Yeah, so I don't necessarily love the location of where we live and the town that we live in. We moved down here because we knew her friend that lived in the town, and we didn't move here because of her, but we knew that we wanted to move to the country. We knew we wanted to move further away. We semi-liked the town, so we didn't have any issues with it. However, since living here for a year and a half, it's not a dream town to live in. It's not where I would want my final family home to be at all. It is a lovely town and we do have a lovely location, but I want to be in a town that's a little bit more remote, a little bit more countryside. I basically want to be like in a village, but not as remote as a village that we're in. Like I hate being 30 minutes away from the shops. I don't think we'll live in Devon forever at all. We will definitely look to move away from Devon. Again, I think we're probably leaning towards moving more Surrey. I'd never want to move back to London, Kent way, I don't think. Definitely want to move closer back to family. But yeah, I'm really not sure at the moment. It's not that, again, it's not that I hate it. I just know where I want to be. But for a house in Surrey, I mean, we're looking at millions and I don't have millions, so you know. Clever, you're uni educated. Oh, are you uni educated? If not, do you want to be? Thank you. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm clever. I did get, oh, what did I get? Like 5 A's, 4 B's and 2 C's. I think I got a GCSE level. I was predicted like A's and A stars, and my parents will hate me forevermore, I think, because I never got them. They won't hate me, obviously, but yeah, I was predicted a lot higher than what I got, purely because I spent the last year mucking around in school. But when you get to that age, it's kind of, I just couldn't be bothered. But yeah, so I kind of am to that extent, but I only did 1 year at A level. I think it was like my AS levels, and then I pulled out, and then I went on to do my accountancy courses and stuff like that, and I qualified with those. So in that aspect, but I've never been to university. At one point I wanted to be a lawyer, and I did loads of stuff to become a lawyer, but then I just decided that I didn't want to spend years at university. So I'm not one of these people that could deal with sharing, what do they call them, like student accommodations. I mean, you guys know me, you know how clean I am and stuff like that. No way could I do a student uni accommodation. It's just not for me. And yeah, I mean, it's just not, it doesn't float my boat. Somebody else has put confident. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm confident anymore either. I used to be very, very confident. And when I was younger, I had a very serious accident, like a traffic accident. and it just knocked a lot of my confidence out of me. And then there were like girls at school who were nasty and things like that. And as much as it never really overly bothered me, I mean, you could class it as bullying, it was probably low level. As much as it never really bothered me, it did knock my confidence. Like, I was never one of like the popular people. I was never kind of one of the like geeky people. I was kind of just in the middle, doing my own thing. But yeah, I did lose a lot of my confidence in school. I used to be so confident, and then school just knocked it out of me. And I remember going to share this channel, and even now people, like school friends and stuff like that, just don't have a clue that I do this. And if they do, it's only because they've maybe come upon me and found me. I haven't actively shared this on my Facebook, so no one on my Facebook has a clue. Only a few really close friends and family and stuff like that know that I do it. And I feel more confident now. Like, if I meet anyone new now, they will know what I do, and I'm happy to share it with them. But yeah, I just feel like girls at school were nasty, and I went to an all-girls school, and I just know that mentality. And yeah, I've lost a lot of my confidence, but this has definitely built back my confidence. But even still, I don't mind talking to a camera and talking to you guys over my phone, but like all these people do meetups and stuff like that. I could never do that. And I use my kids now as my shelter to like, in awkward situations, but I don't think I could ever do a meetup. And like, I get invited to events and stuff like that, and I never go because I don't like this sort of stuff. Although I do have a really two exciting events coming up this month, which I'm really excited to share with you. What else have we got? I think we're coming to the end now. We're wrapping it up. You're very driven for your age and know what you want in life. Yep, that is so true as well. Completely know what I want in life. Very driven. So I would agree with that. I've got a few more. So you'll ask Adam for his opinion, but you know you're going to do what you want anyway. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to me asking Adam for his opinion, I always like to get his opinion. And again, kind of going back to before, I will always respect his opinion, so like paint colours and stuff like that. But at the same time, I know what I want. And a lot of the time, Adam jokes with me and says, why do you even ask my opinion? Because you choose the complete opposite to what I choose. And maybe it's just he's choosing the wrong option. Like maybe if we had a choice between blue and grey, I'd want grey and he'd want blue. Like it's something as obvious as that. But yeah, a lot of the time he's like, why are you even asking for my opinion? Completely pointless. But again, a lot of the time we just generally have the same thoughts on stuff. But yeah, generally, as long as it's like nothing thingy, I'll just do what I want, because I'll ask for his opinion, and as long as he doesn't hate it, then I'll do what I want. But yeah, I feel like this video has dragged on for way too long now, so I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to all the assumptions that you've made about me, and you've got to know me a little bit better. Again, I don't really feel like I've shared too much more than what you already know about me, but maybe you have learned something new. I think people thinking that I'm wealthy and that I'm rich was definitely one of the things that I had quite a bit, which completely isn't true, and that's probably one of the ones that shocked me the most. But if you've enjoyed this video, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. If you are new, I would love for you to go and check out all of my other videos, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all again in another video very shortly. Bye guys!
I didn't call you off for a night.